Hey Netflix fans, I'm Nika Chung. Welcome back to my channel. When you think snakes on the plane was mad, imagine vampires. Oh, Netflix's latest German film, Blood Red Sky, directed by Peter Thorwarth, starring Peri Baumeister, Dominic Purcell, Setti and Graham McTavish. Nadja and her son Elias prepare to board a plane to New York, is set to visit a doctor who can provide her with a treatment she needs to restore her health. At the airport, Elias befriends a man named Farid while his mother takes medicine that causes her severe discomfort. As Nadja slowly regains consciousness and she begins to live that horrible night that their car broke down in the middle of winter, her husband looking for help when he didn't return for hours. Nadja went looking for him. She was attacked by his murderer, a vampire, who managed to bite Nadja before being burned to death by the sunrise. Nadja soon turned into a vampire and went back to the farmhouse looking for answers. She ran to an elderly vampire who tried to shoot her for killing his son, but she overpowered him and beat him before escaping with vials of vampire suppressant and burning the farmhouse to the ground. Jeez. As the elderly vampire said, end the curse. As they prepare for takeoff, a group of terrorists hijack an overnight transatlantic flight. Nadja, with a mysterious dark secret hiding for years, must unleash the vampire in her to protect her young son. This movie was very intense, but I will say it's a breath of fresh air. Yes, they did grab ideas from other movies like Snakes on the Plane, Train to Busan, and that vampire movie 30 Days of Night. I will not forget that film. That film was crazy, but it was so good. But however, this was original and brilliant. A combination of terrorists trying to take over the plane as well as vampires. There were several missed opportunities that could have been in the film. For example, the origin story of where these vampires came from in Europe, and how did the man create the vampire suppressant. Interesting though, they can live in everyday life and have vampire DNA controlled. Who is that doctor that knows so much about her condition? I wonder though. He's mysterious. In the beginning of the movie, we see Elias coming out of the plane, terrified, unable to talk to, I'm assuming, the FBI, but remembering what happened that transatlantic flight that day. This kept me on the edge of my seat, and also fun moments as well. Nadja trying to control herself of attacking passengers except for the terrorists. They were horrible. One guy that was crazier than Arthur Fleck, especially trying to transform himself into one. Oh my goodness. Seriously, he's out of his damn crazy mind. The relationship Nadja has with her son was very touching, and also some sad moments. He knows who she is. At a young age, he had to become a young man to look out for his mom and protect her. Fight action sequences was very suspenseful. She was aggressive and strong. I've always noticed in some vampire movies, the females tend to be the strongest and the most aggressive ones. I'm just saying, but I actually did notice that. The acting was really good with the three main leads, especially Farid. He had some emotional parts. The terrorists were crazy, and complexity one of them brings, creating conflict between them. The special effects were cool, especially the practical effects of how they looked as vampires. I have to say, truly on point, especially how their ears were moving, especially how they could hear so good. That was awesome. Although this was a long movie and it could have been shortened, I still enjoyed it. Very suspenseful, engaging. There was one thing that could have made the end unique. I remember Elias got either scratched or bitten on his foot by that other vampire. I wonder if he got affected or he might be immune to it. And if he did, his eyes should have changed color at the end. I'm just saying, y'all, that would be pretty cool. However, I give Blood Red Sky 4 stars. What you guys think about the movie? Let me know in the comments below. I'm your host, Nika Chung, and I'll see you next time on my next motion picture or trailer review. Love yourself always, and remember, be excellent to each other. All right, guys, see you in the next picture. Cheers.
4 covers table 22.
Yes, chef.
1 special table side. 1 carbonara, 2 scallop.
Yes, chef.
8. Ariel.
Yes, chef.
Delicious.
Thank you, chef. Thank you so much.
You're sweating into the lobster. It's dripping. I don't want a fucking lobster covered in your sweat.
The shade.